This video is brought to you by WeGotSoccer.com, offering all the latest soccer gear at everyday low prices. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off any order. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike Magista Obra in the latest black, white, hyper punch, and volt colorway. Now inside the box, as you get with all the top-end models from Nike, a string bag is included. This particular colorway comes with a hyper punch string bag with volt strings. You're going to find a black Nike swoosh on one side and your black Nike football branding on the other. Other than that, all you're going to find inside the box are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these out of the box really quickly. And if you guys could take a second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the Nike Magista Obra in one of two of the latest colorways. The other colorway release that came along with this one was the Stealth Pack variation, which was mainly black and white with a little touch of volt. If you guys missed that video, it's already up on my channel. I'll leave an annotation on screen. But like I said, this is the alternate black colorway of the Magista Obra that obviously is a lot more vibrant, but in my opinion, equally as good looking. So we're going to go over all the close-up details on the shoe. If you guys would like more information on the overall performance, be sure to check out the written review on my website, linked down below in the description. And also, if you're interested in picking up a pair of these for yourself, also on that review page linked down below, you'll find buy it now links for this exact colorway, along with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, allowing you to pick it up below the $275 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, that is the place to go. I'll also leave an annotation on screen to my Magista Obra playtest video if you want to see these things performing in action. With that being said, let's get right into the video. To start things off, let's talk about the colorway. Now, unlike the Stealth Pack variation, which features a solid black Nike skin covering over top of the Flyknit upper, this one has a clear Nike skin covering, so you can actually see the Flyknit construction and the colors of the Flyknit underneath, which actually looks really, really cool. So you have a black base for the upper. You can see that all of the kind of outlines of the upper, the raised sections, are black in color. The laces, the midfoot area, the dynamic fit collar are all made up of black Flyknit. But you can see the pattern here going through the lateral side is a volt yellow. Really cool detail there, especially when you get up close. You can actually see the individual knits that make up the Flyknit upper. And then as you get into the forefoot, you can see it starts to slowly transition into that pink hyper punch color. And you can see it turns more and more hyper punch as you get to the medial side, in which case it turns 100% into that hyper punch color. And again, just looks really, really good. It's a cool kind of combination of colors, more or less kind of an opposite variation of what we saw from the launch color of the Magista Obra, but obviously a lot more subtle because it is more of a black base as opposed to a bright volt yellow base. Your Nike swoosh is white with a black outline on both the lateral and medial side, none of that gold detailing on the inside. Your Magista branding on the back is volt yellow in color. Right at the top of the dynamic fit collar, you're again going to find some volt in the Flyknit. You can see the little volt kind of underlay material right here at the side of the dynamic fit collar. The heel counter and kind of the edge of the sole plate, as you can see, is black in color. And then you're going to have your volt accents as well as your hyper punch accents at the base of the sole plate, as well as in the studs on the shoe as well. So that's pretty much it as far as the colorway is concerned. Leave your opinions on it down below in the comment section. Do you prefer this over the Stealth Pack color or even the launch color? Which has been your favorite colorway release for the Magista Obra thus far? Leave your comments down below. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. But that's pretty much it as far as the colorway is concerned, and move on next to the tech specs and general performance of the Magista Obra. As far as performance is concerned, I think most people understand the basics of the Magista Obra. It features a one-piece mid-cut Flyknit upper with the Nike skin covering, the ACC all conditions control. It's a seamless sensation and it really does feel like a sock, but obviously with the necessary reinforcements. You have the Brio cables running through the Flyknit pattern, the texturing due to the actual pattern on the Flyknit itself, and again, it just makes for a very natural sensation when you're wearing the shoes. The laces, for the most part, run right down the middle and really do a good job of holding your foot and securing it on the inside of the shoe. And as far as responsiveness is concerned, because I know that's always a big question with the new Flyknit technology, it's one of the most responsive shoes out there on the market. It really does fit well. It holds your foot in place and it just makes for a really, really interesting playing experience overall. Also, waterproof is one of those things that a lot of people like to ask about. No shoe is waterproof, but as far as being water resistant is concerned, honestly, the Magista Obra is one of of the most water resistant shoes that I've personally ever worn. As far as the mid-cut dynamic fit collar is concerned, all kinds of questions about this. It's one of those things that does feel a little bit weird at first. It's not restrictive at all. You can see it's just kind of 3 layers of Flyknit. It's a very stretchy material, and it doesn't, like I said, restrict movement in any way. It doesn't add support to the shoe at all, but it does make for, like I said, that seamless sensation where you kind of lose the the starting point of where the shoe actually starts on your foot and ends on your foot. It makes that seamless sensation between your foot, your ankle, and your leg, so it almost feels like you're not wearing shoes at all. It's a really cool experience that you can really only get from the mid-cut shoes from Nike, either the Magista Obra or the Superfly 4. On the inside, you're going to find a thin kind of synthetic leather material with a little bit of padding in the heel area, so there is a bit of a heel liner on the inside, and there's actually a padded inner layer in the front area of the shoe as well. So it's not as thin as you might expect a Flyknit shoe to actually be. As far as the sole plate is concerned, you can see it does include a one-piece heel counter, and then of course you got your kind of compressed nylon and Pebax combo for the sole plate itself. It's a little bit stiffer than your average sole plate, especially in comparison to the lower end models in the Magista lineup, but it makes for a nice responsive feel and kind of suits the shoe overall, if you ask me. As far as the stud pattern is concerned, again, you get the new Magista layout, which features all conical studs. It's similar in performance to that of the Tiempo Legend, but just a little bit more aggressive, simply because the studs themselves have a slightly narrower profile, and overall it just suits, again, the overall style of the shoe. If you want more information on the overall performance, all of those details can be found in the full written review on my website, linked down below in the description, and I'll also leave several annotations on screen to my playtest video, my traction test video with the Magista Obra, and several comparison videos that I have up on YouTube if you want to get a better idea as to how this shoe stacks up to other kind of more traditional models that are out there on the market at this point in time. So that's pretty much it as far as tech specs go. Again, all of the information you could possibly want is annotated on screen and linked down below in the description. And with that being said, let's move on to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. In terms of weight, despite the mid-cut design and the kind of more substantial look that this Magista Obra model actually has, it's surprisingly lightweight, which you guys are going to see as I weigh the shoes in real time. Now please keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US. Throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 7.1 ounces. So again, even though they're a mid-cut shoe, they're still nice and light. The upper is still on the thinner side. It's comfortable. It moves naturally with your foot, and you get a sole plate that offers a really responsive and solid underfoot feel. So again, if you're interested in something like the Magista Obra, I don't think that weight should be the deciding factor, but also keep in mind that they're nice and comfortable. They offer the feel that you're probably looking for if you're interested in this style of shoe, but they're also at the same time not going to weigh you down. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of the video is concerned, and move on next to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and of course what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the Magista Obra's on feet. And in terms of how they feel from right out of the box, everyone's going to have a bit of a different experience. Yes, they feel a little bit weird, but they fit extremely well at the same time. And as far as break-in is concerned, I wouldn't say that there's really a break-in period, as much as I would say it just takes some time to get used to how they feel. They're very comfortable. There's really no break-in with the upper at all. The Flyknit is extremely soft and flexible from right out of the box, and because of its very dense construction, it's really not going to give or stretch much at all. So the way it fits out of the box is the way it's going to fit for its entire lifespan. Again, it's just more a matter of getting used to how they feel as opposed to actually breaking in the material itself. In terms of the width of the shoe, it's one of those shoes that is not extremely narrow. It's not extremely wide either. It's kind of right there in the middle. So it will be suitable for most foot types. But as long as you don't have excessively wide feet, these should fit you just fine. And overall, again, it's just a very, very comfortable shoe. The elasticated portion through the midfoot does a good job of allowing the shoe to kind of change up its shape to pretty much any foot shape. So if you have trouble fitting into a lot of shoes, this may be something to consider because it kind of just forms to the exact shape of your foot, almost like a sock would. And again, because you have that mid-cut design, which isn't for everybody, granted, it does have that seamless sensation where once you get used to how they feel, you kind of forget that you're wearing shoes altogether. In terms of sizing, you may have noticed that I went with a 9.5 as opposed to my usual 9. And the reasoning for that is I actually wanted to try half a size bigger because I've been hearing a lot of complaints lately with the Obra as well as the Superfly 4 that people are having issues with heel slippage and blistering. And I think that a lot of that has to do with perhaps getting a size that is a little bit too big for you. So normally I'd wear a 9 for a pretty tight fit, no extra space at all. In the 9.5, I have a little bit of extra space at the toe, but again, not too much where I would say it's excessive. But I just kind of wanted to try half a size bigger to see if my experience with the shoe in terms of heel slippage and just general comfort would change. If I do have any significant issues, I will make a follow-up video kind of talking about it. But like I said, this is kind of for my own experimentation as opposed to something that I think is necessary. So for the most part, if you're planning on ordering a pair of Nike Magista Obras, I would strongly recommend going true to size for a nice snug fit. But again, I'm wearing a 9.5 here. They don't necessarily feel too big. If you want something that perhaps has a little bit more room, going half a size up doesn't necessarily seem to be too big of a deal with this particular shoe and how the sizing runs. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of the video is concerned, and move on next to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the Nike Magista Obra. Again, this is one of those shoes that I don't think is for everybody for the simple fact that not everybody's going to be sold on the Flyknit mid-cut concept that this shoe has to offer. But if you're a fan of the concept and you think you're going to like it, you most likely will, because it really is a fantastic playing experience overall. The Flyknit upper offers that sock-like fit. It's a nice seamless sensation. It offers a good touch on the ball, and the sole plate and stud pattern combo overall just performs extremely well. Again, if you guys want more information on the overall performance, I would strongly recommend checking out the full written review on my website, link down below in the description, and I'll also leave several annotations on screen to any performance-oriented videos, as well as comparisons that I have with the Magista Obra, just so you can get as much information as possible. If you're interested in a pair for yourself, again, the link is down below in the description to the review page on my website. You'll find the high-quality images of the shoe that'll give you a better idea as to how it actually does look in person, along with buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes, allowing you to pick these up below the $275 retail price. If you have any questions at all, be sure to leave them down below in the comments, and also feel free to leave your suggestions down below in the comments section as well. Always open to hearing what you guys want to see as far as content is concerned. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.